So the next topic is the arrays topic. So next topic is what? So arrays. So arrays is one of the important topic. So arrays is so first what is meant by arrays? So arrays means what? So arrays is a homogeneous data types. So what is meant by arrays? Arrays is a collection of collection of homogeneous data types to store the element in fixed size. To store the elements in fixed size. So arrays is a collection of homogeneous data types to store the elements in a fixed size. To store the elements in a fixed size. So for example, take one example. I'm taking a new class int. I'm storing only one value. I'm storing only possible. So one variable will hold only one value. So if I want to hold multiple values using the single variable, so we have to go for the which concept? Array only integer values. So if I give my array is a float, so I represent the array. So how to represent the array? So mainly, so array consists of called declaration. So what is the first part? So first part is called declaration. So second part is called instantiation. What is the second part? Instantiation. So second part is called instantiation. So what is the third part of the array? Initialization. So what is the third part? Initialization. So first part is the declaration, second part is the instantiation, third part is the initialization. Okay. So now first part, declaration. So how to declare the array means by using this square brackets. So if you represent the square brackets, so this is the representation of the array and this is called the declaration of the array. So next part, instantiation means so new int of 5. So what is the definition I told for the array? Collection of homogeneous data types to store the elements in fixed size. To store the elements in which size? Fixed size. So fixed size means what? So once if I enter my array size is 5, only 5 elements I can enter. So now if I give my array size is 10, so how many elements we can enter? Only 10 elements we can enter. Now if I give my array size is 1500, so how many elements we can enter? So 1500 elements. So always array we have to represent in a fixed size. So next, a of 0. 0 means what? So always if I represent 5 elements, array will start from the 0th value. So 0th value I am giving as a 10. So next a of first value I am giving as a 20. So next a of second value I am giving as a 30. So next a of third value I am giving 40. So next a of fourth value I am giving 50. So finally I am using system.out.println. So a of 0. So if I give a of 0, so it will print the first element. If I give a of 1, it will print the second element. So if I want to print all the values at a time, so we can go for the loop concept. We can go for the which concept? Loop concept. So loop concept I am giving so int I equals to 0. Why? array is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I less than 5, I plus plus. So finally I am giving system.out.println A of I. So now all the values at a time it will execute. So if you want to store the multiple values, so we have to go for the which concept? So arrays concept. We have to go for the which concept? Arrays concept we have to go. So array is a collection of homogeneous data types. So to store the elements in a fixed size. So how many parts in an array? So 3 parts we are mentioning in the array. So first part is the declaration, second part is the instantiation, third part is the initialization. So first part is called declaration. So second part is called instantiation. So third part is called initialization of the arrays. Okay. So now I hope you are clear with this. Everyone is clear with this arrays concept. Okay. So now next concept we will go is a nested loops concept. So what is the next concept? Nested loops concept. So what is the next concept we are going to see? Nested loops concept. So nested loop means nested loop means nothing but loop inside a loop is called nested loop. So loop inside a loop is called nested loop. So how nested loop we have to represent means, so for I am taking int I equals to 0. So I less than 5, I plus plus. So again inside this loop I am taking another loop. So int j equals to 0. So j less than 5, j plus plus. So this is called the nested loop. So for example, I am giving here print I. Okay. So just instead of system.out.println, so just I have given print just for example, or I can take system.out.print. So now one is a 0 to 5, another loop is also from 0 to 5. So whenever we are representing the two loops, okay, so the first loop will be row values. So the second loop will be columns. So whenever you are taking the nested loops concept, so always the first loop will be the row values and the second loop will be the column values. First loop will be the row values, second loop will be the column values. So the output will be printed in rows and columns. So how many rows and columns? So 5 rows and 5 columns. So better first take the draw-one table with 5 rows and 5 columns. So now I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So now I have taken 5 rows and 5 columns. So 0, 1, 2, 3, so last one 4. So here also I am taking 0, 1, 2.